Hey Pisces, welcome to your love and romance reading for June 2021. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and yes, of course, Venus. I see it in the comments all the time. A lot of people are sick of love readings. If that's the case, you came to the right channel. You just clicked on the wrong video. Every week I do weekly forecasts for all the zodiac signs where I talk about everything except for love. Once a month I do a love reading, and that's what this is right here. So this is going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as I said. And we're going to check in here and see what is going on for you guys in love life in the month of June. Or whenever you find this video, if it resonates. These are general readings. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Alrighty? So Pisces, your first card here is the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands can be defensiveness. Okay? It can also be, I do want to clarify this. Nine of Wands can mean that you're almost there, like you're almost at a goal or some problem is almost resolved, like something is very close. Nine of Wands can sometimes be in terms of timing, like you're right on the threshold of something shifting or something that you're wanting to actually happen. But Nine of Wands can also be like this defensiveness and this uncertainty. And for me, a lot of the times when Nine of Wands comes up, we're afraid to let somebody in. Okay? So some of you, maybe you're trying to work on problems in your relationship and you're scared about letting your partner in, right? Maybe you've put up a wall and you're trying to protect yourself. You've been hurt in the past and you're afraid about, kind of embracing that vulnerability and connecting with each other. Or if you're single, you're like, oh my gosh, I've been saying that I want to have a partner and now this person's here and they want to be with me, but how do I know? How do I know this is going to be the right person? How do I know that I can give them a chance or not? How do I know they're not going to hurt me? So Nine of Wands can be like this guarded energy. We're scared to let somebody in. There's a defensiveness. But Nine of Wands comes with a message. All of these wands, all of these sticks here in this picture is somebody who came at him and, he's just standing there minding his own business. Somebody who came and picked a fight. He won, right? In most tarot decks, the guy's kind of banged up. And so that's supposed to symbolize that in those battles, sometimes we get hurt. But he won. He won every time. He took the stick from their hand and he stuck it behind them. And he's like, okay, this is like a token. This is like a souvenir of my victory, right? So you've already been through this 9 times before. Okay, you've already been through this 9 times before, or you've been through it many times in the past. Nine of Wands says that you know every lie in the book. You know every manipulation. You know every mind game. There's nothing new under the sun that anybody can come at you with, Pisces. You've seen it. You've been through it. You've overcome it. You've survived it. Therefore, you don't have to be afraid. As long as you're keeping your eyes open, and as long as you're paying attention to red flags, you're not going to have anybody hurt you. Because you're going to be able to nip it in the bud immediately instead of losing valuable time or finding yourself in this sticky, gross, on again, off again, karmic roller coaster for years and years and years. It's not going to happen to you again as long as you're paying attention to the red flags. Sometimes there aren't red flags, and that's good. You can continue the relationship. But you need to open up. You need to open up. If we cannot embrace vulnerability, we cannot have love in our life. But you can be vulnerable, but cautious. And that's how you keep from getting hurt the way that you've been hurt in the past. That doesn't mean that, people are going to be perfect and they're never going to make mistakes. But it does mean that you can keep your eyes open. And if they're making the kind of mistakes which are unacceptable to you, you can see the signs and you can say, no, I don't want to be in this kind of relationship, or I don't want to be with this person. So Nine of Wands comes up to say, don't be scared. Don't be scared to try, but you got to open up. If you're not opened up, you can't have love. It's not going to happen. You know, like we want somebody to come in and climb over the wall and climb over the barrier, but energetically it doesn't happen that way. You got to open up, right? Be open but cautious and you'll be fine. The next card here is the Knight of Swords. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign person. So air sign is going to be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Okay. Knight of Swords can also be here having to do with how can I say this? Knight of Swords can be having to do with conflicts, with disagreements, somebody who's very opinionated, or somebody who's being dramatic about a situation. Those are things that are traditionally associated with the Knight of Swords. However, the Knight of Swords for me sometimes comes up in a reading that says that you need to take action in a situation and that there's not a lot of time here. Something is happening very quickly and it's requiring for you to be focused and decisive. Okay? Sometimes Knight of Swords for me can be like you made a wish and now it's here. And you're either on board or you're not, right? So some of you are kind of scared or defensive. Some of you don't like the way somebody's coming at you or the way somebody's communicating with you. It might be a little bit overwhelming for you, Pisces, especially since a lot of the Pisces that I know seem to be pretty empathetic, and the Pisces that I've known tend to not like conflict. You guys are usually pretty peaceful people, but Knight of Swords might be somebody is coming at you in a way that's a little overwhelming. I feel this is somebody that's wanting to work on the relationship with you, but the approach is overwhelming to you. I feel also this person is in feeling like it's up to them to take the lead. It's up to them to fix things. And so they're wanting to have this like they're wanting to be heard. They're wanting to be they feel like they can't get through to you. This is them trying to climb the wall. Remember how I say that we want somebody to climb the wall? Somebody's trying to climb the wall. And when they're trying to climb the wall, it's making you feel unsafe. That's what's happening in your love dynamic here. So I feel, Pisces, that if you want to be in this relationship, but you feel like communication is the issue, you're going to have to start letting the guard down. Think about it. If you don't want to be in the relationship and you're like, I don't want to take another chance with this person or I'm done, you need to let them know. Otherwise, they're going to keep trying to climb that wall until you finally just go off. And it could be a really big or a really dramatic breakup. I feel like you're at this make it or break it moment. And this has been a repeating theme for you guys for a while, I feel, in the love readings, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But I feel like there's been a few months now. I don't know if they've been back to back. But I don't feel this is the first time for Pisces it's coming up where it's like this delicate moment or this make it or break it moment in a relationship. But I just feel like this person's being very persistent and it's coming off to you like really abrasive, like it's making you uncomfortable. The next card here is the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is soulmate love. It's connection. It's giver meeting giver, trying to put one another first. And these are going to be the kind of relationships that are going to be most successful. When each partner is thinking about how they can make the other person happy, these are the kind of relationships that are going to go on forever. Okay? I feel Pisces communication is going to be massive for you guys in June. You're going to have to open up. You're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to say, you know what? That makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Or I want to talk to you, but I need a little bit of time. Right? Like I'm not ignoring you. I need a little bit of time. Or you know what? Like that tone, makes me shut down. Or be more clear in the ways that you want this person to express their love to you. I feel this person doesn't want to let you go, doesn't want to lose you. They're fighting for you. And in that fighting for you, you're getting a little bit like, oh, like overwhelmed, you know? You need to express to them, right? Like, here's the cup, right? You got to tell them what to put in the cup. What do you want in your cup? You got to tell them what you want them to put in your cup. And you got to ask them, what do you want me to put in your cup? It's as easy as that. It's as easy as that, but we don't do it because we don't talk to each other, right? I feel, even though the Ace of Swords isn't here, I'm feeling the Ace of Swords vibe from the Two of Cups. For me, in a reading, Ace of Swords is like you're having this epiphany, and all of a sudden you're seeing the ways that you've been complicating a situation, and you're seeing simple solutions to problems that just keep happening all the time. And you're like, oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. Why didn't I think of that sooner? You know? It's as simple as just saying, this is what I want in my cup. And, what do you want in your cup? I think you're dealing with someone that has a very different love language than you. I also feel, Pisces, this is kind of a random message, but Spirit is bringing me to share it with you. Some of you grew up in a really critical family. And some of you grew up to be very like distrusting of other people. Like, oh, those people aren't your friends, or oh, that person's being nice to you. They're just using you. They just want this from you. They just want that from you. And so that's kind of become the record in your head playing around in the background. And so there's always this caution as, oh, this person's fooling me. Oh, this person's taking advantage of me, right? And I feel that in this instance, that person is in this Knight of Swords energy, trying to get through to you, trying to show you, look, I'm not taking advantage here, right? I'm here trying to fix the problem. I'm here to try to figure out, what do you want from me, right? I'm trying to prove myself. And so you need to express. You need to give this person a chance to show and to demonstrate that they're giving, that they're invested, that they're not just taking from this relationship, but you got to tell them what you want. They're listening. You have tried to tell them in other ways. You have to tell them in just straight, plain, forward, just straight to the point, whatever language you speak. Just plain English, plain Japanese, plain Arabic, plain Spanish, whatever you speak. You just have to tell them clear, cut and dry, this is what I want. I don't want you to raise your voice at me. Or I would like you to spend time with me when you come home instead of going straight to the television. Maybe we can talk for a little bit, then you can turn on the TV. I'd really love if you'd give me a hug every now and then. I'd really love it if you'd buy me flowers. I'd really love it if you would sit down and have dinner with me. I'd really love if we would go away on a trip together. I know we want people to figure it out, but not everybody expresses love the way that we express love. Their idea of expressing love might be, hey, I came home to you right away. I didn't go hang out with my friends. Or I called you when I got off work and I let you know what I was up to. Or you were telling me that you were having an issue with your car. So I took care of it. I fixed it, right? Or you said that, we didn't have any apples. I picked up apples from the store for you. Sometimes people express love in that way. And those ways might not mean much to you because you don't feel loved when they do those things, but they're doing it trying to show you that they love you. So you got to tell them how to love you. Okay? You got to tell them how to love you. You got to tell them what to put in your cup. Your next card here is the Eight of Wands. And Eight of Wands is communication. Eight of Wands is getting unstuck. It's also passion. It's also moving forward. I feel some of you are having to talk about a disconnect in the bedroom. Okay? Or maybe as you're coming into, if it's a newer relationship and you guys are moving towards the bedroom stuff, right? It might be beneficial to have a conversation about that. what you need, what you're looking for. Okay. I feel some of you who have been in a relationship for a long time, it might be tumbleweeds and crickets in the bedroom. And I feel your partner might be in the Knight of Swords energy where they're frustrated. They're like, how do we fix this? I just want to know. I want to know what it's going to take to please you. And maybe Pisces, you keep saying, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know, Pisces. And even if you don't know as I'm telling you, the answer is inside of you. You have to take some time and you have to think about it. Okay, what is it? What is it that's making me not want to be intimate with this person? Or what is it that's making me not in the mood? Or what might be a scenario? Oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, if they did this, ooh, yeah, I'd be all for it. You have to think about it. The answer is inside of you. And you gotta let them know. You have to let them know. So I feel like there's this sense of overcoming that dry spell, so to speak. And I feel for some of you in an existing like a new relationship, you're taking it slow in terms of any bedroom stuff, and you're communicating. And that in that talking and communicating, it's like when you feel safe, you're taking that step forward. Some of you are coming out of a long period of celibacy, deliberate celibacy, right? Like you may have kind of decided to take a break for a while, and somebody is coming in where you're like, okay, all right, I'm ready. Like this is the person, this is the situation where I feel moved, I feel it's right, I feel it's natural, and I'm ready to open up in that way again. Okay. Now, your next card here is the Nine of Cups. And Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's wishes coming true. Okay, the things that you've been wanting are actually happening. Nine of Cups is also like allowing ourselves to receive, knowing that we deserve to receive, knowing that we're worthy of receiving. And so I feel, Pisces, that some of you, we were just talking about bedroom stuff. Some of you are manifesting being pleased in that way. Somebody who's aiming to please you, somebody who's thinking about your needs, somebody who enjoys to see you enjoying what's happening. Okay. Nine of Cups also can indicate here with this particular deck. I really love this card because the way that she has her hand and the way she has like her head kind of tilted and like backward, I don't know why, but every time I see this card, I think of West Side Story, the movie West Side Story. After Maria, I remember her name was Maria, I can't remember the guy's name, she meets him, and they have their little romance, and she shows up at work and she's just singing I feel so pretty, and she's like dancing around, like feeling all beautiful. So I feel like there's this romantic energy, and the desire to feel beautiful, and so I feel like there's this boost in self-esteem, there's this boost in feeling good about yourself, there's this there's no shame in like telling somebody, like, I just need to hear you tell me that I'm beautiful, or I just need to hear you tell me that I'm handsome, or I'm manly, I'm womanly, whatever it is you need to hear. There's no shame in that. But I feel like you're manifesting that. You're manifesting either getting this going in a committed relationship that's kind of become a little bit dry. I'm hearing Boys to Men, the Waters Run Dry song. Uh, kind of like getting that back. And those of you who are single, you're manifesting somebody who's coming in, and they're being patient for you to let your walls down, and they're ready to invest in the relationship and to prove themselves to you, but you got to let them know what you want specifically. And I feel like you're manifesting like feeling beautiful, feeling loved, feeling appreciated. I feel lots of cuddle kind of energy with you guys, Pisces. And maybe that's going to be the first step for some of you. Like, you know what? I just need to ease into it, and I just need to cuddle for a bit, right? Let's just cuddle for a while and let nature do its thing. Right? When you rub two sticks together long enough, you get fire. Um, and so that's kind of the vibe I'm feeling here. Right? All right, my dears. You may want to check out your moon sign, rising sign, and Venus sign videos if this is neither of those for you. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. Podcast will be up regularly again soon, guys. I'm really sorry. It's been chaos. I've said in the previous videos, I've been traveling a lot, going back and forth. I've had stuff going on with my family. I've had visitors. It's been chaos. I've been in the middle of relocating. It's a lot going on. A lot going on. But podcasts will be up regularly again. We'll have a set day and time for them soon. I will announce it. Weekly forecasts are up again. They're coming up again. Make sure that you watch the weekly forecasts as well. I know love is fun and we all want it and it's a part of the human experience, but don't forget the weekly forecast and all the other important parts of life. Thank you for watching, my darlings. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting. Be well, my dears.